All right. So in this session, what we are going to talk about is the patterns, by using these candles, how the patterns are, formed on a chart, and how we should be taking a decision is what we are going to discuss. And in the last session, what we have seen was that about how to use the RSI better. Okay.
Yeah.
So before that, we did see the support and resistance. So using support and resistance and how we can mix with the RSI to take a trading decisions. Okay. So now in this combination, we are going to add the chart patterns also. Okay.
Okay.
Right. There are so many patterns, but we will see only some patterns which would be very much we can see on the day-to-day charts. Very frequently we will see at least one of this pattern we would be able to see. Okay.
Okay.
Right. So already when you are identifying two different lines, so if the price is here, we know always this is called resistance and this is called support. Right.
Support.
Right. It is not necessary the resistance and support should be identified only on the horizontal lines. Okay.
Okay.
The support and resistance can be identified by these trending lines also. Okay. So if a stock is on downtrend, then this trend line will show or act as a resistance and this will act as a support.
Okay.
If the stock is on the uptrend, then this trend line will act as a resistance. This will act as a support. It means that
Support.
whenever a stock is moving from here, it will touch here again. There will be a pullback, touch here again, it will move. Okay. So this is a V break, right?
Yeah.
So this pattern, it's a very, very common pattern that we will be able to see it in any day's trading.
Okay.
Okay. So sometimes we may not be able to see the parallel lines, but at least the resistance line or the support line should help us to identify where it is going. Okay.
Okay.
Right. So one is the trend lines. Okay, either it can be downside or the upside. Okay.
Okay.
The next one is called symmetric triangle. Okay. The next one is called ascending triangle, and the next one is called descending triangle. Okay.
Okay.
So this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4,
Or
and one more thing we will see as the um, uh, double top. Okay. And some people will call that as M pattern.
M
Okay.
pattern.
Okay. And double bottom. Okay. So some
W
people
pattern.
will call that as W.
W.
Okay. Double top, double bottom. So this is 5th one and this is 6th one. Okay. So let's try to understand the logic first and then we will look into the charting. Okay.
Yeah.
So this one I explained that nothing much here to talk about on the support and resistance on the downside or upside. Okay. So this pattern semantic triangle can be seen in any which ways, meaning so a stock is falling down, right? It takes a support at one level, it is going here, it is coming again here, it is again coming here, it is again coming here. See, it is telling you it is taking a support on these areas, it is taking a resistance on these areas. Simple, right? So you see this semantic triangle pattern came, right? So since the stock is falling down, the highest probability on this semantic triangle pattern is to break down further.
Yeah.
Okay. The same thing can be seen on an opposite side also, meaning when the stock is coming up from the down, it can touch here, touch down, touch here, touch down, or it can break out. Okay. So the semantic triangle can be seen in either breakup or breakdown.
Okay.
So the breakup or breakdown, the most possible probability would be where the origin started. Is it towards down or towards up? If it is towards down,
Okay.
then it will consolidate. It will create this semantic triangle pattern. It will break down. If it
Okay.
is coming from the bottom, then it will again consolidate. It will break this semantic triangle and it will go up.
Okay.
Okay.
Is there any chance of going opposite?
It is there, but that is very much unlikely to happen.
Okay.
Something very much abnormal, then we
Hmm.
can say. Maybe,
Okay.
it is expected to go up. Okay. There is
Ah.
some bad news came suddenly in the market and Nifty fell. Then
Hmm.
suddenly all the stocks started falling. That
Okay.
it's not in our control,
Okay. Okay. It is
right?
a. Okay.
Yeah. See, our particular stock is having any hot news, then it might react in that way.
Okay.
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 So
Yeah.
technically, out of 100 times, more than 90 times, this will work out.
Okay.
10 times it might not work out for any number of reasons, but not for
Hmm.
a technical reason,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
Okay. So the next one is the ascending triangle. So why we call that as ascending triangle is that always the stock will be, taking the momentum like this.
Hmm.
Okay. So let us assume this is one session, today's session, and yesterday's session, this is the last candle or the high of the previous day's one. So this will become act as a resistance naturally, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what's happening here? All these bottoms makes one support,
Support. Hmm.
correct? So
Yeah.
this is that pattern.
Okay.
Okay.
Hmm.
So when such things are happening, right? If this ascending triangle happens in between, somewhere between the range, then highly it is possible to break the range for the day.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Hmm.
If it is happening almost on this area, no, it is
Hmm.
safe that you are confirming it before you are taking your fresh entry, meaning it breaks up,
Hmm.
right? And it comes test the resistance again, meaning once the price is breaking up, this resistance will change it to support, no?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. So this breakdown coming up, this V pattern should form.
Okay.
This breakup you can take.
Okay.
Okay. So when
Hmm.
you know this is already within that range, then when the candle is breaking up this you know ascending triangle pattern, you can enter.
Hmm. Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Any question on this?
So after creating a V pattern only, we have to enter it.
Yes. If it is a breakup of the previous day, yes. V pattern is
Okay.
the safest one because otherwise, sometimes the fake breakouts will happen and immediately it will fall.
Hmm.
That is also possible.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Okay. So
Hmm.
this will again, how we have seen this, no? This can happen,
Hmm.
either ways also. The stock is, coming up here. It
Hmm.
is, trending here and it will break up.
Okay.
Okay. When the stock has fallen down, again, it
Hmm.
will take this support. It will try to fool you.
Okay.
Simple as that. Okay.
Okay. Hmm.
So what we will think, okay, it is forming this, triangle pattern. It will break up, correct?
Hmm.
But
Hmm.
what is the origin? Origin is actually from the top to bottom, right?
Okay. Hmm.
So it will come here and it will break down.
Okay.
But this is not in this form, but this is in this form.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
stock
Hmm.
has fallen down here. It took a support. Again, it is taking a support. Again, it is taking a support. It is within that range. Okay.
Hmm. Hmm.
So
Hmm.
when this is touching this, no, again it will
Hmm.
start fall down
Okay.
to continue its journey. Simple.
Hmm.
Okay. So
Okay.
this is, exactly just opposite to this descending triangle. It means that stock had a fall. Okay.
Hmm.
It came to this support line. Again, it started going up, going down, going up, going down. So this support price will be tested many times.
Yeah.
When it
Hmm.
is happening, a basic funda where the price is trying to touch at many place, many times in a particular trading session, it is highly possible that the break to happen. Okay, it tested once, tested again, testing again, third time. Highly possible, it to break down because
Okay.
it has a journey from the downtrend. It is consolidating, and the distribution
Uh,
started again. It is breaking down.
okay.
Okay.
If the origin is from the downside to upside means then it will break upper side.
Yes, this side break we have to consider as an enter, meaning
Okay.
it will come here, touch this, line again.
Uh,
The price will be, slowly going down.
uh,
We would be
okay.
thinking that okay, it is going to fall now.
Okay.
Okay, but
Okay.
suddenly this breakout will happen
Okay. Okay.
because people will be thinking that it is losing the momentum. Volume also will be drying candle by
Okay.
candle. But suddenly when
Okay.
the breakout is happening, a very big volume will generate.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
right. So this is the fourth model. So the next one is the fifth model where we are talking about the double top or the M type. Okay.
Mm, mm,
So this A type we already know. Basically, when the A is breaking down, it is bearish, right?
mm.
So not all the times it will break. Okay. So when a candle is, trading, when it is identified a range, okay, let us assume that this is a range identified for the day.
Mm.
Okay. It is, trading. It came here to the resistance. Okay. It went down again, but it is not going down to the bottom. Okay. Somewhere it is taking a support. So the moment it is taking a support, what we will assume, okay, it is going to break out,
Okay.
right? So this is where people get, the fake breakouts. So either, exactly on the same top of the price or a little bit, there will be some, movement will be there to create a panic.
Okay.
When that is seen, when we are seeing that this top price tested again and it is,
Mm.
coming down, there will be one good candle will be formed with volume. So that candle,
Okay.
low, we can take the short.
Mm.
And
Okay.
it is highly possible where the price started on the M pattern, it will reach
Mm.
the same place. Highly possible.
Okay.
But it is totally depends upon the timing. Timing, when I say,
Mm.
let us assume that it started around 9:15 and this formed within 1 hour, this formed again within 1 hour, means highly possible before the trading session for the end of the day, it will reach the place where it started. Or it will
Oh,
again, move further down also. Anything is
mhm.
possible. But at least this price, it will come.
Okay.
Okay. So this can be, taken as a target one,
Ah,
safer side. Okay.
okay.
And
Mm.
the target two, this we can trail further.
Okay.
Okay. We are talking about the probabilities and possibilities only, but we can't confirm that it has to happen
Okay. Mm.
because any market condition can react further to, go reverse.
Okay.
Correct.
Yeah.
So it is exactly the opposite scenario here. When the price is falling down, it takes a support at one place, it retraces to some level. Okay, the retracement, if you measure using Fibonacci, most probably that 38% or 61%, either this or that.
Mhm.
Okay, so it
Mm.
will come to that level again, it will touch the bottom, the same price. Okay, let us assume that 50 to 1 rupee distance with plus or minus can be seen. Okay, so when it is touching the bottom, again it will start going up. So the first candle which is forming here with volume is what
Mm.
matters to us. Okay.
Mm.
Breaking out, that we can consider as an entry, and stop loss would be low of that.
Okay.
Okay. So
Mm.
pattern number one, this parallel lines to identify the range, whether it is uptrend
Okay.
or downtrend, we will continue to have that pattern.
Mm.
And second is that semantic triangle. Third one is ascending, and fourth one is descending, and fifth one is double top or M
Yeah.
pattern, or sixth one is double bottom or W pattern.
Okay.
Okay.
So
Hmm.
here with this pattern RSI can we use to link with RSI?
Yes. When we are seeing this, no, we will have the combination of all three and see.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Okay. We know the rules for RSI already,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So which is like above 60 it is bullish and below 40 it is bearish. Okay.
Yes.
If
Yeah.
the price is between 40 to 60, then highly possible for the price to trade between 60 to 40
Okay.
or 40 to 60. All right.
Mm. Mm.
Okay. So before we look into the chart, is there anyone having any question? Okay. I'll assume we don't have. Let's continue. So let's try to practice this one first. Okay. So let me erase all. And so what you are seeing currently, this is Nifty future. Okay.
Okay.
Right. So assume this is like any other stock. So our basic model, which what we are seeing is that the first volume candle is our place for us to identify the direction. Okay. So in this case, this is the range formed. Okay. So in this range, we always call this as resistance and this as support.
Okay.
Okay. So when this is ranging here, what we can notice here, the strength on the RSI is above 60.
Yeah.
Correct? Right. So if it is a bullish day, it's already had a gap up. So the high probability what we can have is that it should be going up. Okay. But why it did not go? Let's not worry about why it did not go. So we will come back to our rule. So this is a candle we identified with volume. We will put our box. Okay. And let us draw Fibonacci. So now we have identified our markings also. Okay. Right. So now you see, let us think about the this parallel lines. Okay, this or this. So price started here, it went up here. Okay, it identified a fresh high for the day. Okay, and when we know where the price started, so highly possible for us to use that high of the price range and connect one line. Okay. Similarly, let's identify the range where it begin. We will identify that as a start point and connect all the low. Okay. So with this assumption, the moment we identify the first low and high point for the day, see, we are seeing this pattern. Correct.
Yeah.
The moment this range is broken out, then the pattern changes. How it is changes? Take the low of it and connect all the lows. Okay. Take a high of it, connect all the high. And again, what's happening? It just follow the trend, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. So, but until this one support or resistance forming, you should not be drawing these lines. You need to wait for the direction to confirm whether it is happening in this way or not. Until then, you should not be deciding this factor.
Okay.
Okay, right. So now let us assume that we did wait for this, support and resistance to form. Yeah, you don't have to, wait for all these candles to form and draw the line. The moment you identify the high low, you can, put one line and see. Okay. And it is not necessary that you have to draw this line only by using today's candle. Okay. You
Okay.
can use the yesterday's range also and connect. Okay. So it's all depends upon how we see the chart, how the prices are moving. Okay. You see, this is the bottom formed, right? You saw the trend line, you draw a trend line. This is where the price is going. And this is where the resistance formed, right? So draw a line on the resistance. You see, then this is a continued pattern, no? It came from here, came to this range. This is the first support it took, went here, went down. Then what happened here? See, it is trading in the same.
Okay.
Correct. So it is totally depends upon how we are seeing the price movement. If you are taking intraday, then you have to wait for some more, data points to form. Okay, right. So let us come back to the current trading session. So when this is formed, what we will be identifying, okay, we identified our box, and as per our rule, if the box is breaking down, we will have to enter, and the break up we will be keeping as a stop loss. Okay, so if we have entered, since this is Nifty futures, then we can play with put options, right? So when the box is breaking down, we have to identify the very good spot price and we have to go towards that. If that is the thing we have done here, then it is easy for us to gain at least, let us round it to 16,300, okay? 16,300 to 16,240, okay? So it means that almost 60 points in Nifty. In Nifty futures, if the price is gradually going down for 60 points, then if you are using the spot price, then you can divide that 60 points to into two. Then in the spot, the right strike price, if you have taken, then it might have given you 30 points growth. Okay, so it is not necessarily it should be true, correct? So let us just check. So 16,300 is a spot when this is this particular trading is happening. Okay, so let us try Nifty 16,300 PE. Okay, this is which entry? June expiry. We will try to take the weekly expiry. Okay, 2nd June. Okay, why we have to take the weekly expiry? We can get to the weekly expiry a little cheaper than what we are getting. Okay, right. So as I said, there it is 60 points and we will be getting 30 points here, right? You see, this is the bottom where the price formed, correct? And at the time where this has broken down, it is about what? This particular place. So the time is 9:30. So let us assume if you are entering here at 9:30, then most probably you might have taken this breakout, right? If you have taken this breakout at 180, we should be getting 210, right? So did you get the 210? You got 210 or 27 around 10:15. Okay. If we have waited for another 15 more minutes, you have the high of this candle is 217. Okay. But let us take the smaller portion only. 10:15, what happened? Okay. So 10:15, see, you're 38 point, 38% touched here.
Yeah.
And we have got around, okay, it's not 20 points, but 17 or 18 points we have got here.
Okay.
Right? So if you just waited for this pullback to happen, then definitely you have got more than 20 points.
Okay.
Right? So I'm not telling you to follow this as a rule and a trade. Okay? So it is just for some calculations. So now let us come back to our next one, which is what we are seeing here. Based on that, we will go. Okay? If you're asking me, do we have any pattern? Are you able to see any pattern? I'll clear up all the lines.
Yeah.
What kind of a pattern you
Symmetry.
see?
Symmetry triangle.
Is it forming exactly the symmetric triangle or slightly?
Slightly.
Okay, then if you are looking for symmetric, it should have that diagonal properly. Okay, I see this as, then this
Okay.
is coming from here. I would say this is a ascending triangle. Okay, so this is how it should be drawn, right?
Okay.
See, the price is starting from here. So actually, it did not take a moment towards up. This is a start point, right? So there is
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
price gap. So
Yeah.
whenever there is a gap up, if you are not having a good volume, then it is possible for the session to fill that gap. Eventually, that is what happened, correct? So price filled all the gaps and it again went up. Okay,
Yeah.
so this is where the price started, came down, started, came down. Actually, if instead of this gap up, if the candle was here, it's formed very nearby, then easily this could have broken up.
Okay.
Okay, but what happened here? It's a trend where it is losing the strength, right?
Okay.
So it's easily broke down. Now, number one, how to confirm that breaking down? Okay, we have our box model. That is one point of an area. We did enter very early. Okay, which is still good for us. Okay, but when this break down happened, RSI was above 60.
60. Above 60.
Yeah, so any good trader would be thinking, do we need to enter here or not, because it is on a bullish side.
Yeah.
So what if it is doing some kind of a consolidation here and breaking up? Possible, right? And it can have this
Yeah.
bullishness followed continuously, correct? But instead what happened, it broke this area, right? So
Yeah.
when this is breaking, it is near to that 60, correct?
Yeah.
The price is almost at same, right? But your RSI is showing lower low, right? So since the RSI is losing its strength, and also you do have a pattern formed here, right? And also as per our box model, it is already we entered as bearish. You got the three different confirmations for entering at. If you did not enter here, then this is a good breakout.
Okay.
You see, in either ways, this is what the line, right? See, this is what the
Yeah.
line where this breakdown also happened. But when you're trading this at the real time, you need to have the patience to watch this.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we will take a decision, with definitely with any
Hurry.
panic mode, and we might lose it, right? So we need to
Yeah.
have a confirmation whether to trade it or not. So this is confirmation 1, and this is confirmation 2, and this is confirmation 3.
3. Yeah.
See, you have got 3 different things at the same time,
Yeah.
correct? Right. So let's go a little back and see if you are finding any pattern on the previous day. See, and it is not necessary you need to have a very big kind of a what to say candle size to form the triangle and stuffs like that. Okay, so we will go with our regular practice. This is what your range, right? This range told you very clearly that there was a gap up, but sellers are showing the strength. So definitely we should not be going long. We have to really wait to see. Okay. Okay. And this is a potential support. Okay. Right. And I will tell you there is a pattern here as well, but let us focus on this. So we will use our box model. So the first volume candle is this. Okay. So breaking above, we would be entering on the buy side. Breaking below, we would be entering on the sell side, right? So now what has happened? We will try to look at our RSI. So here there is no buyer's volume, but second candle again, showed you a pullback kind of, right? So both these two candles are undecisive candles. It is not confirming you what should be happening, right? But this VWAP line, the price did not go above the VWAP line. It means that sellers are still intact. People saw this is a good value to enter. People bought it, but that is a fake one. It's not the realistic one. Okay, right. So in this case, yesterday, what happened? You might have seen here, RSI was above 60. But in this case, when the market opened, RSI was not above 60. It went to 60 and it started coming down. So that is one way telling you it is a bearishness.
Yeah.
So whenever the price is, between this 60-40, then it will have that habit to trade between this zone only. Correct? Okay. So now what is happening here? This is not a very big pattern, but still you need to have at least two bottoms or two tops to, identify the trend. Okay. This is not a, proper semantic triangle, but this is kind of. So you have this, tops connected, you have the bottoms connected, you do have this, triangle pattern identified. Okay. So after identifying the triangle pattern, number one, the price is below VWAP. It is kind of a bearishness. Number two, you do have the semantic triangle. The price started this zone, then highly possible for you to have a breakdown. Number three, RSI is weak. Okay. Number four, you have your volume candle identified. Okay. So the safest entry is breaking down. And if you think definitely this will happen, then breaking down is also better. All are like less than 10 points difference only. Okay. If you have entered here, so this range, since this range is, very small, then using Fibonacci, it won't be a better place. You would identify your, 38, 61% here only. Okay. So using a very small range and using Fibonacci would not be a right one. But identifying the support areas would be the right place. Okay. So assuming that we did enter this breakout, okay, 16047, and taking this as our target price, 15985. It's again almost 60 points. So whenever you have 60 points, then you would have 30 points gain over there. Yes. So let us see that the P entry at a 935. That is on the previous day, right? So previous day, if you have entered PE at 935, okay. So 353, 375. It's more than 30 points.
Yeah.
Right. So what else we wanted? So if we really wanted to identify, okay, I will wait for this, support line also to touch, then definitely we could have waited. Right. You see the volume as per our box method, this is our first candle, or this is our first candle, right? So breaking up, we will be taking. So if we have taken this breakup, 355 to 407, or okay, I don't want to take a risk, I will take this point, because these are all wicks. Sometimes it may not even cross the wick. Okay. So 354 to 401, still 46 points in Nifty. The two with a very small capital, it's good only. So what is the capital might have we need to enter one lot at a 354? All we need is just a 6,000. If we have bought this for 6,000 and we have exited with, Let's use a calculator. Okay.
Nearly 3000.
So what is the distance we have got? 54 remaining in like 46 points.
46, yeah.
So 2300, right? With
Yes.
6,000 investment to 2,300 is, more than, 30%,
Yeah.
Yeah. But we need to understand our risk, how much I can, put as a investment here, right? You see exactly how we know now, like what is our wavelength of the price. Breakup happened and there was a pullback. Again, there was a breakup. So this would be a good entry. If we are not very much confident, then this will be a good entry. And again, there is one, what to say, accumulation happened, right? When this breakout happened, it went to this bullish zone. Correct? Yeah. But technically, we may not have the thought process. Okay, whether it will be a bullish zone, it will be staying here that for that long. We don't know all those things. Correct? But you do have your Nifty telling you where Nifty is going to play, right? So the premium sometimes will be overreacting, and it will give you more prices. Sometimes it will react only to the level what we are expecting.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go back here and we will continue our patterns. Right. So now actually what happened here, you did have this downtrend. Okay. So in this entire journey, this is the first time it reacted for the bottom. Okay. It went up, it came down, it formed another bottom. Okay. And see what happened.
Yeah, creating W pattern.
Right. So when we know the bottom tested for the second time, we can wait for this confirmation whether this price range is breaking the bottom. Then we can enter here and our stop loss would be here. Since our stop loss is very nearby, it is very safe, right? So see what happened. It did rally. So in this case, since we have VWAP, we can identify VWAP could be another target place. Okay. See what happened. It went to VWAP. There was a consolidation before the next move happened. When the next move happened, it went on bullish. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's clear it up. We just see one day before. So this is a day where the range formed here.
Ranges.
Okay. And this is at the VWAP zone. When we are looking at the previous day, that is a resistance zone also. So since this is a resistance zone, we should be very careful before we are getting into buy, right? So we will use our box model. And this is the first candle where we identified the price. Okay. So we will use our this thing, and this is our entry. See in Nifty, when we know there is a breakout happens either side, we can easily gain this 38 points, 38%. I mean, 1:2 is guarantee. Okay, right. So now what happened in this situation? Let's see. Let us use the patterns. Okay. So now you have two candles formed. Here also have two highs formed, right? So it gives you confirmation there is a failure. Number one, it tested the resistance. Second candle or third candle is not breaking up. Okay. Volume is shrinking, and the price is also below the VWAP. That is second one. And the third one, we identified our box also as an additional one. And the third, I would consider this RSI as a third one. Okay. And fourth one is our volume and the box. We
Okay.
identified the journey. We are entering this below. We can easily capture. So now what is the point when it is breaking this 16170 to 38 percentage? 16125, again 50 points. If it is
Yeah.
50 points, easily we might have got 25 points over there, correct? So let me go to
Yeah. Yes.
25th. And how many points we have
What
seen?
is that?
So our entry is that 935. Okay. So 935. So this candle breaking up, we are entering. Okay.
Yes. 296.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So 295. And our target is that 25 points. So when it is
Yeah.
29, let us keep it as 300 for easy calculation.
Yeah.
If it is 300, our 25 points would be 325, right? So we have
Okay.
easily
Yeah.
got more than 325 also on this first pull only. Another 10 points
Yes.
extra. Okay. See, we will always assume that it will easily go for 38 percentage. Whether it will go for 61 percentage further down or not and all, we don't know.
Mm-mm.
Okay. But when we are
Yeah.
achieving our target here, what else we want? We got the profit. Let us
Yeah.
assume I don't know anything else.
Yes.
What will happen next? Let's close the shop. Right.
Correct.
And also you see when this, pattern formed, right? Where the price
Mm.
reacted again until VWAP. And again, it continued the journey.
Okay.
Right? Okay. So now you see the
Mm.
other pattern.
Param, how you deciding the spot price of Nifty?
Where it is actually, currently trading.
Current
So
running.
the high went
Okay.
up to 16,200. The bottom, what we have here is that 16,150, right? Since we don't have 50
Okay.
points, sometimes you will have 650
Uh,
points also, like spot prices 16,200, 16,250, 16,300.
uh,
Sometimes you might get it. It's all depends upon some calculation. I don't know how they decide the spot price,
uh,
but most probably the round
okay.
numbers we would be able to see, right? So now the
Okay.
spot price, what we can identify the lower range. Lower range is 1600.
Okay.
We can take
One. Okay. Okay.
nearby.
Okay.
You take the closer points like plus 50 or minus 50,
Oh,
whatever.
okay.
Sometimes
Okay.
plus 20
Okay.
or minus 20. Whatever is the nearest one, you round
Mm.
off.
Okay.
Where, see,
Yeah.
that is when you will get that particular stock as it was in the money, it will turn to at the money. When it is
Okay.
shifting from one place to another, then the width of the premium will increase, then you can exit with profit.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now we will identify the patterns.
Mm.
So this formed one semantic triangle broken down. We have taken all the profits, right? So now
Yeah.
using that, the next, what to say, the descending triangle, there is a pattern. Are you able to see the descending triangle?
Mm. Uh, at 12 o'clock it starts.
You don't have to go to that length, no?
Yeah.
This itself a descending triangle only,
Okay.
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
went down. See, it did not go up to this level. So it's some okay. It's not necessarily it has to
Mm.
go, right? But
Mm.
is it not giving you that pattern style? Yeah.
Yeah.
So breaking down, we are getting into it. When it is breaking down, what happened? Price was already at 40. It is highly possible
40.
for the price also to reverse. But one assumption,
Mm.
since the price is below VWAP, then we can consider it is not having much value, right?
Mm. Mm.
So we can wait for the
Okay.
breakdown also
Yeah.
to happen, or you consider this as the lowest one. Let the breakdown fully happen, and then you can still take an, when you are taking this went below 40. that gives
Yeah.
you confirmation this is a bearish one, right? Because this is trading below 40.
Okay. Yeah.
So previous day low, you can keep it as a support or a target for you to enter.
Yeah.
So even, if you're entering at this place, still you might have got 19, or let us consider 100, and at the bottom is 37, again 70 points here,
Yeah.
correct? So it is totally very much depends upon how are we seeing the patterns at the real time, which is very, very important. If we are
Okay.
unable to see all the patterns, it is still okay. We don't have to force ourselves. Okay, right. So we will see one more pattern which is forming here. You see, connect all the highs, connect all the lows.
Okay.
Correct. So breakout happened again. The trend changed.
Yeah.
Correct. And you see, yesterday, meaning for considering this day, this is a double bottom. Right. When you're breaking this, then if you have got CE at the end of the day, considering this, double bottom, this gap up, almost like definitely you might have gained 50 points. Yeah. So when the market opening only, you can, take a profit at 50 points, meaning easily it's 20 to 30 points in the premiums, in the options, I mean.
Okay.
Right. So for a change, we will see Bank Nifty.
Okay.
Right. So in Bank Nifty, this day, when we look at it, there is no pattern as something formed for the first 30 minutes. Yeah, we can say
Yeah.
straightforward it is
Yes.
going up, but there is no pattern as something formed. Okay. But when the time goes, this is the range.
We can tell this one range bound, right?
We can say this is a range bound, but now our thought process is to identify the triangle patterns, right? So we will
Okay.
focus only from
Yeah.
that point. Okay. Okay. So now what happened here? So this is what our resistance, right? This
Yeah.
is what the bottom. It is continuously
Yes.
creating the bottoms, right? Where the volume is also going down, right?
Down.
Is it
Yeah.
not giving you this descending triangle,
Yeah.
right?
Yes. Yes.
So breaking this triangle could have been a good entry, right? But we should not be taking this.
Okay. Because of
Yeah,
RSI.
reason number one, the price was consolidating within VWAP only. It is not moving any direction. Okay, it means that
Okay.
both buyers and sellers are respecting this price. Okay,
Okay.
and second highest reason is the RSI. It
RSI.
continued to be on the bullish only. So let
Yeah.
us see from our box perspective how it happened. So this is the first candle where the volume triggered. Okay. So if we have gone as per our box method, yes, we might have entered and we might have taken the loss.
Yes.
Because this breakout was a failure one. Okay. Because the price is really making highs. Recent time we don't have any movement at all. So this could have been our loss only if we have entered.
Yes.
But still a very small loss, not a very big one. Okay, great. So let us check
Yeah.
our previous, since this is on the range one, let's not worry about this. So let us look at our
Okay.
previous day. Okay. So previous day, what happened here? This is the range identified. Okay. And when the range is identified, the value is above 60, which is still good. And as
60.
per our box model, this is our first candle. Okay. See, whenever you are identifying the box model, no, if the previous candle had a wick here, for example, till here, you increase your box range up to here because that's the
Okay.
safer side. I don't want you are considering this line as a breakout. Again, it is going here and coming down. That small
Okay.
wicks you consider, you cover up the range. Okay. So as per our boss model, what happened? It did break down. Okay. And we will take our Fibonacci also. So with our first candle, what is our thought process? Sellers showing the strength. Okay. Though
Okay.
we had a gap up, seller only, dominating the price. Okay.
Yes.
And second one, it did not break out. So this formed a range for the day basically, right? So as per our box model, price broke down, point number one. Price is below VWAP, point number two. RSI is also going below 60, point number three. Potentially this could have been a good entry. Okay. So
Okay.
it broke down, it had a pullback, up to this VWAP. Again, it came down.
Yeah.
Again, it, tried to pull down, but did not work
Yeah.
out. Okay. You see,
Okay.
this is again a descending
Yeah.
triangle.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Descending.
So
Yeah.
it had a journey from the top. It continued to range and break down. It did break down. So as per
Okay.
our box model, if we have entered this price range, 34,670 till 34,530. So more than 100 points? Yes.
Yes.
So if here you are getting more than 100 points, in PE easily you will get 50 points. Okay. So
Okay.
since we are looking at the downside, we will take this as a PE spot price. So 34,600 on
Okay.
26th February. 36,400. This is 2nd June. Yeah. Okay. I took C. No. 36,400. P. Is it a right one?
34.
Who's
2nd June.
No,
36
actually we should have
400 P.
taken, let me just look at the calendar. 26th the expiry day, right? So I don't think we would be able to see the expiry one because May is already over now. So there we can,
Yes.
pick up
Yes.
36,400 PE May expiry. It could have been much costlier also or cheaper also. So if we have gone, then definitely we might have got our price. Okay.
Okay.
So again, we will come to the previous day. Okay. So previous day, the opening itself a very big range. It kind of gave us a very bullish pattern. Okay. But you see what happened on the previous session. It's kind of a supply zone. Why are we calling that as a supply zone? Because price went up, it was consolidating, it went down. Okay. So this entire price range is called supply zone only. Okay. So on the current day, what happened? It came here, came down, and it did not break out. Okay. So this is ascending triangle, but a failure one. Sorry. Anyway, we have that line. So take out from here and see. Right? Isn't it? So The price was at the supply zone, so highly possible for the price to fall down. Okay. Also, if you want to consider this as a double bottom, it is still fine to see. There is no proper
Okay.
M pattern as such, but still, if you want to consider, you can consider. All right. So this
Yeah.
breakdown also could have been very good for you to enter. Reason number one, price is already at support zone. Reason number two, it is at the VWAP. Reason number three, this triangle, pattern breaking down. Reason number four, RSI. Okay, we'll see
Okay.
with our box perspective. This is the first volume candle. Okay, so breaking down. If we wanted to really wait and see, yes, that could have been still safer side entry. But when you're entering at this far,
Okay.
it's already nearby 40. So we might
Okay.
have had a kind of dilemma for entering this. Okay, but it is still that's still a good entry only. You
Okay.
see, this is the bottom where it retested, right? So broken down we have taken, and
Yeah.
actually it went to the bottom of the day. Whenever we
Yeah.
are shorting above 61 percentage, then bottom of the day our open price would be the good target.
Target price.
Right. So again, we might have got around what 620 to 460, 150 points easily. Correct. And again, you see the same pattern happened here. If you consider this as a double bottom, then you had a gap up. If you
Okay.
got C at the end of the day, you might have got a good money in the market opening also. See, we are
Okay.
purely talking about technical points only. We are not talking about micro and macroeconomics, which is happening after our market hours. Yeah, if something
Yeah.
happened, after our market hours, the finance minister came up with said something which is very negative for the market, then it could have been gap down also.
It'll.
No. So technical point of view, yes, it's a good one, right?
Okay.
And if you see,
Yeah.
since it is having one side, you have this pattern,
Pattern. Yeah.
right?
Yeah. This is also
Yeah.
good entry. Yeah.
So, but how are we applying this during our market hours really matters.
Yeah. Okay. So Param, can you go to the recent means latest graph? Means last Friday graph. Now with this pattern, what is the Monday scenario you can judge here?
Actually, price was on the bullish perspective only. When we look at with the larger value, we'll see what happened.
Yeah, here is already W pattern is created,
Yeah,
I think.
W pattern, meaning instead of saying W pattern, we will say double bottom. Okay, because that W
Yeah.
pattern might not form everywhere so correctly. Okay, you see, by looking at this is a support zone. So the
Yeah.
price went down, it came to the support zone already. If you want me to
Yeah.
consider this as a W pattern, yes, it is a W pattern only. Okay,
Yeah.
but Monday having the gap up happen and continue to having this rally to happen is also possible because it's already on the bullish side,
Okay. Bullish side.
right?
Yeah.
And you see what happened, the
Okay.
volume
Yeah.
started going up. Okay,
Yeah.
and the breakdown did not happen, so it is highly possible the fresh volume can bigger one
Bigger
can
one.
give this bullishness also. Okay, if that is
Okay.
what happening, then again we have resistance all the way.
Yeah.
So when the price is coming here, it is possible to have some kind of consolidation before the next breakout happen.
Okay.
These are all
Okay.
zones only. This is a consolidation phase.
Yeah.
So since it was falling from the top, so this is a distribution area.
Uh,
Okay, it
okay.
came here, it started distributing
Mm,
between this price range, again it fell down. So history repeats. When the price
okay.
is coming to this range area, then this will have the accumulation. If people
okay.
considering
Okay.
Bank Nifty really roll up very well so far, it has to have some
Mm,
correction, then it can come to this bottom. Again, it will take a journey
mm,
because it's kind of a supply
okay.
zone now. Yeah. So
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
can come here, consolidate, either break up immediately or it will come down to this level,
Otherwise,
then take a support from here before it's taking the next
mm,
rally.
okay.
So we are just, again, it's a high
Okay.
probability only. So what's going to
Okay.
happen on the real time? That market only will tell us. Correct.
Yeah. But we can assume right
Yes.
now
Yeah.
with this.
You don't have to assume as such. So when the market is opening
Mm,
on Monday, if it is already opening around this
uh,
range, highly possible for you
uh,
to, get the price up to this, and breakout might not happen.
okay.
And again, it will
Okay.
come, test and break down, at least for the low of the day. Okay. We'll
Okay.
see what's going to happen on Monday.
Mm,
Okay. But again,
okay.
you see,
Okay. Yeah.
price is trading in this range only, right?
Yeah.
You can have this range
Okay.
extended continuously, right? Price can, break up in here only. Again, it will come to this range, take the support. Again, it will slowly grow up.
Yeah.
It can have this journey
Yeah.
also continued. Here, when it is falling also, see, when you connect all the highs and all the supports,
Mm,
right? It was having the trade between this only.
correct. Is there any triangle pattern is there
Okay, so
inside?
now we are looking at the hourly pattern, right? So when you are looking at the
Okay.
hourly pattern, you see there is a triangle pattern. Here, the
Okay.
started
Okay.
journey came from the bottom towards up. Data consolidation slowly and a breakout happened,
Correct. Yeah.
right?
Okay.
So
Yeah. Yeah.
very similarly, this is a failure one. Okay.
Uh,
Yeah, I mean,
not failure.
from
No, it's
yes, in that
coming
way,
up.
it is still fine. Okay. So price was coming from
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
top. It was consolidating here and again it fell down.
And yes. So yeah, it's working. Yeah.
Okay.
It is
Yeah.
working
This is
fine. No,
correct
then.
only, but I used the words wrongly.
Mm, mm, okay.
Okay. So,
Yeah.
so this symmetric triangle, ascending one or descending one, at least one pattern you will see in a
Yeah.
day in the chart. At least one.
Mm,
But this
okay.
parallel run is very common. Very common on the trending
Okay.
market. On the range market, it's only,
Okay. Yeah.
this resistance and support.
Okay.
This breakout will not happen. If it is a breaking up also, it's a fake one. It will just break 5-10 points where it will
Okay.
fool the buyers and it will immediately fall.
Okay.
Okay, so combining
Mhm.
our box model, of course, our zero would be identifying the support and resistance in advance and our
Mm.
box model. The next thing is that VWAP can be considered as an
Our
additional support. Okay,
strength of the
so third
yeah.
one, our
Yeah.
RSI. On top of it,
RSI
if you are able to identify the trending
pattern.
patterns,
Pattern.
what else you want
Mm.
to do on intraday trading?
This
Yeah,
much is
this
enough.
this is it. This itself, so much of a confirmation you are getting. Okay,
Yeah.
so on a very high level,
Mm.
these three are sufficient. right?
Correct.
So when we are unable
Yeah.
to come to some conclusion where the price is not breaking out on either side, then this VWAP and trending pattern will
Yeah.
help you more.
Yes. Actually, last Friday, I was checking in
Mhm.
the ONGC where with these three uh, with these three confirmation, I could able to 147
Mhm.
46.99, and it went to up to
Okay.
141,
See, Sujit, one
around
more thing
five
you need
points.
to keep in remember. This is a very small stock. For one small stock, 9
Uh,
rupees falling down, it's very high. Okay, definitely you
okay.
need to have some bad news. Okay,
Yeah.
if that is a case, you wait
Yes.
for a price confirmation to happen. Otherwise, it will fool you easily. See the second handle what happened. That is a very big reversal, right?
Uh,
What if people are thinking
yeah.
that price
Yeah.
is already discounted too much and this is a good value for me to enter? Then easily it will break up and go. You will have a
Okay.
loss.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Actually, then what I did, RSI also looking, it is also showing so
Yes.
bearishness.
See, what if this RSI suddenly came up here?
Then
Correct.
gone.
So you had a very less movement.
Yeah.
See, because one more thing on such a great fall, no recovery also could be faster.
Uh,
You know,
okay.
you believe me. Good that I did not enter on humans industry that day. You see what
Mm.
happened. It had a gap up, sorry, gap
Yeah.
down.
Yeah.
Okay. So gap down itself
Mm.
1020 to 22 to 2005, right? Almost 15 points, right?
Yeah. Turn.
Though it had a gap down, it continued to
Yes.
rally down. When it is continued to rally
Yes.
down, what happened? It took a reversal suddenly and continuously it
Yeah.
recovered it.
I yes. I was watching this one
So
actually. My this could have given me
yes,
false signal.
but this breakout on the buy side was a very good one. But as I said, see the RSI,
Mm.
it went up immediately,
RSI.
right? Where you had no control to,
Yes.
block this price. So we need a very
Correct.
solid
We have
confirmation.
to.
See, 10 out of 1 goes in
Okay.
this way, it is fine, right? Because you had a 9 profits and 1 loss, it is still
Mm.
okay. I mean, if you have shorted
Uh,
this position, right? And the stop loss is
uh,
very nearby only, right? Yeah, but
yes.
actually this is not a very good
Yeah.
risk and reward because 973 to 981. Okay, 10 points. It means
Yeah.
that you should be expecting 20 points as a target, at least.
Yes.
Okay. So net, yeah, this
Mm.
is a very bad move happened. But ONGC, see, okay, one more thing you can see a difference. ONGC had a gap up, okay, gap up, and
Okay.
then open
Ah.
is equal to high. But the Cummins had a gap down, open
Okay.
is equal to high. When ONGC had this
Okay.
gap up, it was on the resistance zone. Okay,
Ah.
it fell. Very good.
Ah. Okay.
Okay, but for Cummins, that is not the case.
Mm.
When it had a gap down, that was between the trading range of the previous day. Correct.
Okay.
So sometimes the
Mm.
direction can be opposite. We only need to be very careful. But this
Okay.
breakdown is a very good rally. If we go as per our box model, we would be
Ah.
getting the entry price also very early. It's not like this breakdown,
Okay.
no. You're getting at here only. So
Mm.
147. Let us see
Yeah.
if we have taken our 38 percentage. Exactly 38 percentage.
Mm. Okay.
Or no, this is the first one. Still
Yeah.
easily 38 percentage, which is still fine for us to exit. 61 percentage is too much. to see.
Yeah.
And this is a small stock, it's
Mm.
already fell so
Yeah.
much, but no, it's not a good place for us to wait
Yeah.
for 61%. But at least to closing the
Oh, yeah.
75% would have been, and yeah,
It's a good
25% we
area.
can do a trade.
Done.
Okay. And actually you see what happened when
Okay.
the price
Yeah.
fell down and it was recovering, it went till VWAP only, right?
Yeah.
And you see,
Yes. Still it is.
correct.
Okay. So further it's showing the
Bearishness only, but
bearishness only.
here you have one support.
Mm.
Okay, so this is what kind of a higher low.
Mm.
So it is possible tomorrow can go above this also.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay.